Guys, it's Damien from Marketing Food Online. So you live in Idaho. Do you want to start a food business from home, but you're not really sure exactly where to get started? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about all the rules and regulations and how to get going, and I'm going to give you the resources to get you started here on Marketing Food Online. So you live in Idaho and you want to start a food business from your home and you want to sell locally, but you're not really sure how do I get started, what is needed, or what do I need to do to get the ball rolling. So in this video, I'm going to cover some tips and some laws and rules that you'll need to follow and some things that you need to do in order to get that up and running. So the great thing about Idaho and their home food business, cottage food law, is that they have no sales limit. You can actually sell as much as you want from your home, which is awesome, which is an amazing and a great thing, because if you wanted to start this as a part-time thing, you can literally make as much money as you are willing to put forth the effort to do, but you can make a lot of money if you follow the steps and follow the rules, and then you get out there and just put forth the effort to make it happen. So I've made some notes really quick in regards to the law in Idaho. So I'm going to take a look at what I've got here, and I'm going to let you know what types of foods that you can make, some of the different courses that the health department recommends you take, but are not necessarily needed to do. But it's really good to know when you get into any type of business, if you can know as much as you possibly can about that business, it's only going to benefit you and grow your business faster. So keep that in mind. Number one, I'm going to go ahead and cover really quick the business aspects of having a home-based food business in Idaho, okay? So the food risk assessment form, although it's not really required by the health department, they recommend that you fill one out, mainly to make sure that the foods you're producing are allowed to be made in a cottage food business. You got to keep in mind, pretty much across every single state, and the laws in regards to cottage food businesses are relatively the same in regards to the risk factor of the foods, okay? High risk items that have to be held at a certain temperature constantly, or time or heat sensitive, they're not permitted in a food cottage operation. You'd have to be in a commercial setting to allow that to happen in order for you to make those types of products, okay? Now, food training, there is courses that they're not mandatory by the health department, but they are recommended by the health department. And again, this goes back to what I said just a few moments ago, that the more that you understand about the food business, the way that you handle ingredients, the way that you keep things at certain temperatures, et cetera, it's only going to benefit you. And those courses are online, and I think they're between about $20 to $25. They're very inexpensive. And I'd highly recommend that you take those types of courses no matter what, because as you grow your business from home, whether it's baked goods or snacks or candies, and I'll cover the products, by the way, that you can actually make, you're just going to be better off the more information that you're able to understand and know about it, okay? So water testing, this is actually the same as well across the board. If you are on either a city or a septic system, or if you're using a well, these three things that come into play when it comes to having a food business at home. If you're utilizing a well for the water that comes into your home, you're going to have that water tested just to make sure that it's all up to par. There's no bacteria that's present in the water, because what you're doing is that as you produce a food product and you cleaning products with that water or using that water in the food product itself, they want to make sure, the state wants to make sure that it's clean and obviously not going to get people sick, okay? So having that water tested, and it's one thing that the health department in Idaho does, which is a little different, is that it's an every 3-month period. So it's like every quarter you'll have that water tested, and it's a good thing, to be honest with you. It's something that should be done because you want to make sure that your products are obviously safe, okay? Now, what kind of products can I make, Damien? What can I do? Okay, so the list of products that you can actually produce in a home-based food business in Idaho is pretty extensive, which is great. It is a huge amount of items, and I'm going to run down some of the basic ones, some of the most popular ones, and those are ones that really honestly sell very well when you go to fairs or festivals, local sporting events, and wherever you may be locally selling them, okay? When it comes to candy, you could do assorted hard candies, brittles, cotton candies, fudge, chocolate, truffles, breads and biscuits, cakes and muffins. You're looking at rolls, breads, cookies as well, donuts even, brownies. Now, all of these items are great if you've got your own take on this and you've got a great recipe for one of these products, making them, getting them packaged, pre-packaged. Also, the other thing really quick, another tip, is that when you go to an event and you bring the product, in most every state, it has to be pre-bagged or pre-measured or pre-packaged, okay? So you want it to be all set to go. Your customer comes up to your booth or comes up to wherever you may be locally in farmers markets or a roadside stand or whatever it may be, and they need to buy the product there. Not necessarily you're going to be scooping, baking, or not baking, but segmenting or cutting these items and then bagging them with the customer there. They got to be pre-packaged so they can grab it and go, okay? That's also an issue with in regards to the safety of the food, that you don't want to be on the side of the road slicing brownies in the open air when cars are driving by and you're trying to package up something where there's a lot of pollution and dirt and things going up. It's not very sanitary. So you want to have it prepackaged. You want to have it ready to go, almost like retail shelf ready, okay? So it's already packaged and good. So some of the condiments. Now, this is something that's hugely popular, especially at fairs, okay? When you do craft fairs, or if you're doing a music festival or something to that effect, and you've got food vendors, these are hugely popular items. When it comes to empanadas, you can do them. The only thing is that the empanadas cannot be filled with meat or any type of dairy or cheese inside of the empanadas, because that is a risk food, a item that has to be kept at a certain temperature, and you normally can't really do that when you're selling it at a fair or festival. When you have pies, other pastries, as long as they don't have, again, cheese on the top or cheese inside or something that has to be one of the ingredients that has to be kept at a certain temperature, you cannot use those. What other items can you do? Jellies, jams, and preserves. Those are also a very popular product. Those are allowed to be made, and again, you want to have them completely produced, wrapped and packaged and ready to go when you go. Snacks. Now, when you get to this, you've got kettle corn, granola, nuts and seeds, crackers and pretzels, chocolate-covered items, like if you're doing like a pretzel rod or something to that effect, popcorn balls, marshmallows, and caramel corns. These are all extremely high-margin items that cost literally next to nothing to produce them, okay? And there's a big profitability that you can make. There's a big margin on these products, especially if you get into during the fall and winter time and you've got holiday events going on. All of these items are hugely popular and items that people know about already. And going to the local events, you can make a killing. You can do very well as far as the profit margin, because these are so inexpensive to make. So, and then just keep in mind, a couple of the items, again, when it comes to perishable items that have to be kept at a certain temperature, or they're time sensitive, that they could expire or grow bacteria. Anything that has like pickles and salsas, the acidity, the acid content and the pH levels in some of those products, you've got to have them maintained. So they prohibit those, okay? If you're producing them in a commercial facility and you're jarring and canning, that is a different type of facility, and that's a different setting, so that is allowed in those areas. But when it comes to the home in Idaho, they prohibit those, okay? So what do you need to get started to do it? Contact your local health department, okay? I'm actually going to put some resources down below in the description, of course, for you guys to click on, take some time on your own, take a look at the websites that the health department, the Idaho Health Department provides. And there's a lot of information above and beyond what I've just presented in this video that you can take a look at and to help you understand where to get started, okay? The one thing that's really unique, let me explain this. Idaho has a 7-district map. And I'll put that in the description. I will put this link. There are 7 different regions within Idaho, and depending upon where you're located, you're going to click on the map, and it's going to give you specific details as to what you need to do and what kind of forms and what kind of information you need to get to those specific districts in those areas. So it's a little different than actually most states. It's broken up and segmented off to help you figure out exactly what you can and can't do based upon where you are, okay? So with that being said, I like to keep my videos short and sweet and to the point. That is some of the basic information, and you guys can delve into that a little bit more with the links I provide down in the description. And as always, if my video helps you out, I always appreciate the big thumbs up. If you know anybody who may benefit from my videos or my channel, please do always share my videos and let them know about it. So with that being said, have a great day. Thank you guys.